Hi guys and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. I'm Farhad. If you're new to this channel then please smash that subscribe button now. And we are only about 52 subscribers away from the 1.3k mark, the new goal of our channel. So if you're new, please smash that subscribe button and like the video. And as promised, I'm here with another video and I am going to be talking about the new Malayalam film Thankam, which has premiered on Amazon Prime. Now, is there even a week when I haven't watched a brilliant Malayalam film? And Thankam is one of them. I really wanted to catch it in a theater near me, but I unfortunately did miss out on its theatrical release. But finally, I did get my chance yesterday on Amazon Prime, and here are my thoughts on the brilliant film Thankam. Just a caution, I'm going to be revealing a little bit of its ending. So if you haven't watched the film, then you can skip that portion out of the video and you can watch the rest of the video and you can revisit the video again. This is going to be a small spoiler filled discussion that is going to be there because I had to explain the ending. I'm going to give a cautionary note on when the spoiler begins. Until then, watch on freely. So, Thankam, coming to the story and screenplay, is essentially a story of two gold agents who start from their hometown in Kerala, to transfer a bit of the gold to Mumbai, and eventually what happens, and what transports in their life. That is something that formulates the rest of the story. I'm being very considerate while not revealing any spoilers in the story itself, but the story here is absolutely unusual, so to say. And the reason for that is that it begins on a certain note and it ends on a completely different note. It is almost like the start and end were of two separate films. And trust the Malayalam film industry, to score in this arena. And how, it is far too unassuming, but the moment the murder investigation happens, it catches your attention, and boy, does it deliver. The screenplay here, standing at about 145 minutes, if I'm not wrong, does make for a very interesting watch. It was very engaging, and this concept on paper, it seemed like it was a very tricky concept to to execute, but the execution, it required some amount of skills, and boy did the film deliver. It delivered. And how the drama here, it unfolds, it opens rather on a very unusual note, unusual in a very good way. I'm saying it in a very good way. This is because normally you would associate with the drama being either from the character standpoint, it will be like a character build up, or it will be like a world building that would be there. But here it opens with a song, and the song is very integral part of the film. It gives you a sense of the daily activities which are being carried out by the main protagonists that are there in their daily lives, and that sets the ball rolling pretty well, for the things to follow. And you are introduced to the protagonists, and it seems like a steady pace up, in a drama which is a bit of a slow burn to begin with. Now the drama here is very unassuming and engrossing in every sense of the word. It is divided into two investigations that happen, one a very small one and one which forms the crux of the story. The first one, you will feel that it is such a trivial matter and there are hints of dark humor which is being sprinkled in the first hour. It does formulate nicely in that screenplay, but the one of the strongest pillars of the drama, and I would say so wholeheartedly, is the writing here. And this is because the writing here, it leads the audience in a certain direction before making a complete u-turn. And that is something that you often question during the first hour, that where is this drama headed, why, what is happening. and it is not in a way that you'd feel puzzled or anything. It'll make you curious as to what it is leading up to. And finally, when that murder happens and murder investigation takes place, it just take catches you off guard, and that is something that forms the second half, that is the crux of the main investigation that happens. Now the events of the first hour are so organically linked to the events of the second hour, where the actual investigation does take place. And that does formulate for a very interesting and a very organic watch. It felt like you were a part of the investigation where everyone is a suspect. The guessing game is on, and it tactfully takes you through a chain of characters that are there, and it makes for a very compelling viewing. And one of the highlights of the second hour is that entire sequence that is there in the theater. The theater sequence is one of the most spectacular cat and mouse chases that I've seen in a very long time, and it was almost a bit of a parody, like a film like situation in the home of movies, you can say. It had taken place in a theater and it was so well choreographed, which by the way does bring me to the ending also. And here is where the spoiler is there. So the next couple of minutes you can skip in this video before continuing to watch. The next couple of minutes are going to contain the spoilers. So here we go. I'm giving you 2 seconds to pause the video and to take it ahead. So the the events of the the final act, it might seem to many people that it would be a bit underwhelming, so to say, and it may not sit right with everyone. But as is the case with the Malayalam film industry, it is a brave attempt, and it is another good attempt, a brave attempt that is there in a film. And why do I say that is because the now the grand revelation being that the police conclude that the character of Kanan that was there, which is played by Vineet, who had died, around which the investigation had happened, he had staged his own murder, and he had killed himself. Now this is pretty evident from the fact of all clues leading to that point. However, the fact that it this is the point where it becomes a fascinating character study, because it touches upon the sensitive topic of depression that is there. And Kanan, played by Vineet, he's a very affable guy, and he's always smiling. So it becomes a bit hard for people around him to to believe that he staged his own murder and taken his own life or committed suicide. And that is the crux of a person who is depressed. He doesn't come across as someone who is sad. He is always smiling. And there's a hint that is thrown in the first hour, wherein the character of Vineet, he you know momentarily just gets angry with the character Muthu, played by Biju Menon, only to return to his normal self. And that just gives you a very small hint about what that character must be going through, the mountains of pain that he must be going through. If anything, a small criticism, I would have wanted to spend a little more time with the character of Kanan to to hit home with that final finale that they were bringing into. But probably the thinking behind this was also that the makers wanted to give you the life of Kanan through the eyes of Muthu and the people around him, so that added to the complexity of the situation in a screenplay that was very, very well written, and it was excellent in its approach, very brave also with that ending. And it takes a lot of guts to end it that way. Coming to the technical aspects, the dialogues ranged of different languages, from Malayalam to Tamil to English to Hindi and Marathi, and all of them hit home, primarily because it adds authenticity to the area in which the drama is set in. The music here is outstanding, and it goes pretty well with the drama. The BGM heightens the drama at several places. The cinematography is also outstanding. It is watertight, and it almost makes you a bystander, especially in the second half when that investigation is being carried on. Now the editing also, by the way, is very, very sharp. coming to the direction by Sahid Arafat, I think he's done a phenomenal job considering that he had a mountain to climb from the concept point of view. He had to, to make a seamless transition from a drama to a mystery, and that was something that was very tricky on paper. It could have been disjointed, but the skill in which he possesses, the skill that he possesses, just to transport the drama from from being a drama, proper drama with a hint of black comedy, to a proper murder investigation, that requires some level of skills, and he's done a phenomenal job. He's done an excellent job. He's done an excellent job. My god, it is such a pleasure to watch his direction here. It is brilliant here. Also, coming to the performances here, the performances are spectacular here. All of them make a mark, but a special mention, firstly I'll start with Girish Kulkarni. I've seen him in so many Hindi films and Marathi films, and is an actor that I really adore. And it was an interesting choice of casting him in this role. He could have, so there could have been another actor who could have been cast, who would have probably overpowered the story in many ways than one. But Girish Kulkarni, the veteran that he is, he absolutely brilliant here. Such a natural to the core in that investigation that is led up. I think Vineet Srinivasan, I think he's done a fabulous job as well. I'd seen him earlier in Mukundan Unni Associates, and this character, by the way, seemed like an alter ego to that character Mukundan Unni. And here, it was much more of an internalization also, that you realize in the dying minutes of the film. And such a good actor, such a fabulous actor, and he has a charming personality on screen. He does a fabulous job. Aparna Balamutli, I think she was little underutilized, but then she made her eyes work. Her eyes spoke a million words. And how Biju Menon, I think he was fabulous to watch as well, and he made for a fabulous character who was stoic in his approach, but very impactful. He made for a spectacularly impactful role. Other characters as well, all of them, like Kalarai, I'm pronouncing it wrong, sorry. Kalai, the actor who was there in the Pa Ranjit film also, I think he did a fabulous job as well towards the end of the film. I think this was a performance heavy film, and all of them delivered spectacularly well. So overall, Thankam is probably a fascinating character study packaged as a twisted murder mystery. You can say it is anything that you like, but it is a film that comes with my highest recommendation. It is available on Amazon Prime, and I highly recommend you check that out. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, press that bell icon. It will help you know when I'm coming out with another video. Also, if you'd like to read my detailed review of Thankam on my site, Popcorn Reviews with a double S, the link of which is in the description box below. Let me know in the comments, what did you make of the film. I know many of you all may have already watched it during its theatrical release, so do let me know your thoughts. I would love to discuss this film in the comment section here. One of the few films that I would love to discuss with everyone, so please do comment. Also, if there are any recommendations, throw me some. Share this video with your friends and family. Let's grow this lovely community together. And also follow me on different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. All links are in the description box below. I do not end up making a video on everything that I watch, but I do write a lot. All details are either present on my social media or on my site, Popcorn Reviews with a double S. So do check that out, and I will see you again pretty soon with another video. Until then, thank you so much for your love and support, and please spread the love. Thank you.